Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with another Paragon Beast Builds video, I guess. And this is the first one for v42. And what better way than to start off with my boy Sevarog. So sexy in that rival skin. I love it. I love the rival skin of his. And we're going to go right into his deck. SEVAGOD. He's still our sexy soul stealer. But let's break this deck down and I'll show you guys what is in this deck. So, I don't know if this is a glitch right off the bat from v42, but I'm missing one card of each. I don't know how. I've had like over 400 chests, veteran chests. I don't know how I'm missing that, but hopefully that won't impact these decks too much because the cards in these decks are still absolutely fantastic. So, this deck is Growth and Order. Both of those are really tanky. They have a lot of tanky cards for us to work with, and so that's what we're going to do. And I will have a guide with Sevarog showing some gameplay, talking about some tips and tricks, as always. So every deck that I show will also have an in-depth breakdown guide talking about the hero. So let's get right into it. So first off, you're going to have your early game cards. You're going to start with Armored Footmen. I used to use Coin Master here, but it doesn't give you enough as a jungler. So I start off with Armored Footmen because it gives you 20% chance to reduce basic damage taken by 50. This is great because it also works against the jungle minions, so you can tank a good amount of damage. And in combination with the gems, which we'll go over later, you'll just have a good amount of health coming out of the jungle as Sevarog, more so than you would normally. You also have another one here that's one vitality point as well. Exoskeleton, reduce damage taken from enemy heroes by 8. And then also some wards early on to help your safe lane because you'll be spending some time in the safe side of the jungle. You can ward river buff. You can ward the safe side. It'll be very useful for your team to have wards because Order is the only affinity that has wards. So we go ahead and move into our third early game card besides wards, Poised Aggressor. So I love this. Gain 15 basic damage for 4 seconds after entering combat. It's perfect for ganking. It also helps clear jungle minions faster. Yes, you gain 15 basic damage when you hit those jungle camps, so you clear jungle minions faster. You have Armored Footmen, Exoskeleton, and Poised Aggressor as your 3 1-point cards starting off. Next, after that, you're going to want to rush into this amazing card for junglers called Tyrant. After 50 jungle minion kills, gain 200 max health. Gain 0.4 power for every jungle minion killed. So it doesn't only stop after you hit 50. It's not like it caps at 50. If you kill 100 with this card equipped, you'll have 400 max health. And you will have 40 power. I did the math in my head. You would have 40 power on top of the 15 power here. It is amazing. This is an amazing card for any jungler. All junglers should at least be Growth, in my opinion. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic card. And one thing to mention is if you throw this card away, if you discard it, all of your progress on it will also be discarded. It doesn't stay with you. You can bring it back in, and then you can work on it again and redo it, but there's honestly no point in that. So be careful with discarding this card. Discard this only in late game when you're moving into your late builds and your final cards. This is an amazing card. Tyrant, fantastic card. Now here's some more filler cards. I have Protective Sentry in here. It's a nice ward. Place a Shadow Ward to reveal nearby enemies and grant 12 basic armor to nearby allies. It gives you some mana regen, and it does not disappear. It's not a consumable like the other one, like Lamplighter, so this could help you for river buffs, and if you're contesting river buffs, you also get some more basic armor around them as well, which is really nice. Green Spring is an amazing card. I love going into this card after Tyrant as soon as possible. It gives 20 basic armor for only 3 vitality, and it gives you 8.4 health regen out of combat. So this just makes jungling so much easier, especially with Sevarog, who doesn't have any sustainability. It just makes it so nice. Moving between lanes and ganks, you'll have this health regeneration. Moving between jungle camps, you'll have this health regeneration. Plus 20 basic armor, so you'll be able to decimate carries. They will do nothing to you, especially early game. Or early to mid transition when you have this card. Alright, now we're moving down further into the depths of this card builder. We're going to go ahead into Malians Tribute. This is a really good card. You have Overhealing Shields. Gain a shield for any healing above max health. 20% maximum. It gives you power and it gives you attack speed. This is great because just comboing it with that last card that we had, the Wellspring, it's amazing because it just gives you so much health regen when you're just chilling. A green spring rather, not wellspring. It gives you a bunch of health regen when you're out of combat. You get a shield, you just tank everything in the jungle, you take no damage, or you can go out of it and gank into a lane with a shield ready to go. It's a great card. Alright, now moving into the later game cards. These are your late game cards. These are going to be your 3 late game cards. It's going to be unbelievable. So the first card you want is Godmother Vigilant. Godmother Vigilant has a lot of health. It has the percent health increase, right, with the passive. So you want to make sure you have the percent max health increase. It also gives you some power. This is crazy good. This is crazy good. It gives you a bunch of health, increased by 15%. You don't have to worry about the elevate too much because you're going to have 3 cards in the final build anyway. But this brings your health up a ton. Okay, then you're going to go into Unbroken Spirit. All right, Unbroken Spirit is like Thermo Bond. It gives you a bunch more health, a lot of ability armor, some more power. So all these cards give you power and health. You're going to be tanky and you're going to be damagey. And it's just basically Thermo Bond. So you heal for 3% max health per second for 4 seconds after being hit by hard crowd control. That means stuns, knockups. I'm not exactly sure about roots, but definitely not slows. That's not hard crowd control. Hard crowd control is stuns and knockups for sure, and I'm not exactly sure about roots. I'm not exactly sure because every MOBA has their own definition of hard crowd control. But I'm assuming it's those that cancel abilities. That's usually what it is. And then your last card is going to be One of the Tribe. This is more of a luxury card. One of the Tribe. Gain 15 power for each nearby allied heroes, so group fighting together as a tank inside all your heroes, all your teammates, just big cluster buck in the middle of the lane or whatever. You get a bunch of health, a bunch of power, and even more power from this passive. So fantastic late game cards. In the end, you'll have a ton of health, a ridiculous amount of health, especially because of this plus 15%. From Godmother Vigilant, and of course Sevarog stacks, which is just ridiculous. One of the most craziest tanks in the game. So when it comes to gems, we're going to go ahead and slot it in this order. We're going to start off with 1 point in Vitality, and you're going to have this Jungle Lifesteal gem to help you out with the farm. Then your next point is going to be in this first gem in Jungle Assassin, so you can clear the jungle quicker. Basic attacks deal 7 bonus damage to jungle minions, so you just clear the jungle quicker, plus I mean, you're going to be putting 1 point anyway in the beginning, so why not? And then the rest of your gems are going to be in Vitality, damage reduction, reduce basic damage taken by 10%, just going to be really tanky. Return 10% of basic damage taken, so this is damage return. This is like a counter. It basically returns the damage, refunds it, and I'm pretty sure it returns 10% of basic damage taken. This is like, it kind of, you get hit, and then you refund yourself some 10% of the basic damage. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good for being a tank. It gives you some mana right here. Also, by the way, when you choose these, you want to kind of take a look at what they give you. So this one gives you basic armor. This one gives you power. This one gives you mana. They're all the same, but they have different little things here. So I put mana in this initial one, maybe because I was in a rush. I would honestly just go with as much armor as possible, especially ability armor, because it's pretty hard to get in this game. You get a lot of basic armor from the agility attribute, but it's really hard to get a good amount of ability armor. So try and get as much as you can from the gems. And this is usually from slot 13, 19, and 25. You get to choose between these passives. So Reflexive Purify, purifies self after taking 300 damage, and also another 2.2 health regen. This is nice to clear yourself of any CC. And then you have improved health regen, heal for 0.2% max health per second. So this is, of course, just really great. It gives you health and more basic armor. So just as tanky as possible. It's fantastic. So let's move on. And here is the deck. So here are all the cards. You can go ahead and pause the video, rewind if you want to take a look at this. I'll also see if Epic Games Card Builder is working, if I can link this in the description when this goes live. I'm going to see if that could carry over so you guys get this deck updated in real time. I don't know if they really did it or not, but there you guys have it. This is this deck. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully it helped. If it did, if you liked this deck, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, make sure you have a wonderful day. Peace.